Hey, buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilbin is the name and Hearthstone is the game, and this is the Advice Arena where I give you advice on playing in Arena. This time around I'll be playing Paladin, and there's something a little bit different about this video. I actually started this run off stream and drafted it and played one game, so the run you're about to see is not, unfortunately, a complete run, but the result of this run turned out so fantastic that I thought it would be a disservice not to at least include the remainder of it on YouTube. So this is a mostly complete arena run that I think you'll enjoy and will still provide you with a lot of educational opportunities. So all that said, let's go ahead and jump into this run as it was recorded live on stream. We'll just go ahead and jump into these games. You guys can see the deck list over here. It's not terrible from what I remember. It looks okay. It's got some early game, it looks like, with a lot of one-drops there. Some late game too, so it might be a little bit disjointed if anything. Who knows? DOS Ranger says, being single has got you down. Teach me how to get a girl. Oh my goodness. Well, I've got a good one, so I'm lucky. A lot of people will say, just be yourself, and it happens. But that's always terrible advice. What they really mean to say is, confidently be yourself, and enjoy yourself first, and like yourself, and do things that you enjoy, and do those things around other people, some of which are female in your case, it sounds like. And people will be attracted to your confidence and your happiness and your joy in life. And you'll find someone who shares similar interests to you. Regardless of your looks or anything like that, you can still find somebody that enjoys the things in life that you do and enjoys the way you are around those things. And I think you'll find a lot of success. Beard looking as good as ever. Thanks, Waving. King of Emperors says, hey, Regis, it's the Squip. Oh, hey, man. My other account won't work, but I'm still here, so the stream is good. Cool. Well, King of Emperors, who is normally the Squip, welcome back. Just started Ask Dillipus. That's exactly right. Angelo says, finally able to watch your stream. Well, welcome, dude. Would you recommend playing Paladin if I'm free to play and don't have Pally Legendaries in the water package? No, I would not recommend that. I think that would be pretty bad. I think Paladin requires Sunkeeper Serene to be good right now. I guess Noble Sack is going to give us the most average value in Arena here. Regis Love advice, perfect. Hey, is this an old run? Indeed it is, Merkerp. I had one sitting around. I don't even know where it came from. I don't remember drafting it at all, but it was there. So that's what we're doing. It's a little annoying, but perhaps we can force out an awkward ping here, float a mana, or just set up a trade next turn. The Grime Street will be solid on 3. Yeah, we'll be able to trade just fine here. We'll probably just clear the board. Develop the 2-4. I think I like the 2-4 better than the Illusionist. It lives to more mage stuff and could hit a buff that's relevant. Unfortunately, we hit the 3-drop. I'd rather have hit the 4-drop, I think. We'll see how these turns go. Yeah, we'll just trade up. It's fine. It's a good card. I think it's got some good cards in it. I'll say that. Shifting Shade from a mage. It's just regular Hearthstone stuff. Thomas232 asks how I'm doing today. I'm doing pretty well. How many Spike Ridge Steeds? Looks like we have just 1, so we're probably not going to do that good. Without 7, I just don't know how you can succeed in Arena these days. Hey, Cripperino, kinda. I don't know. How's it going, dude? Yeah, this is fine. Gives him 2 ping targets, so hopefully one of them sticks a little bit. Spike Ridge Steed could land pretty big here. Might want to dodge a polymorph, split the resources a little bit. How'd you meet Miss Kilbin, asks Cripperino. Basically through school, actually. We've known each other for a long time. Didn't really start dating until much later in life, but through school and then mutual friends later on. The Steed doesn't really give me a good trade here, so I think I'm just going to sit on it for a minute. I guess we could just trade Steed on the Silver Hand and go face, but I don't really see an advantage. I think I'll just trade Sunwalker. I don't really have to trade, I guess. It's not like Flame Strike could be that good. Let's just not even trade. Let's just apply some pressure. We have so much damage in hand that I think the chip damage to face actually could go a long way. Burst OTK Shaman is OP, says Tan45. I heard you mention that. I'm curious about your deck list and what rank you've been playing at. I'd like to see that. That sounds pretty fun. This turn's perhaps a little bit awkward. We could just steed up this, right, and go ham. But then this lives. Noble Sack doesn't really help because we can't guarantee it hits the Dark Iron necessarily. We could just Noble Sack, Spike Ridge Steed. I think I like that. Just Spike Ridge here, trade, go face for 5, Noble Sack to hit the Dark Iron. I think it's okay. Actually, Vine Cleaver is pretty intriguing too, simply because we're not taking damage thanks to the Illusionist, but we're at 30 anyway, so I don't know that that should affect our decision making. I think we can try to make this stick. I mean, he could charge through, like, he could interrupt this Noble Sack, but God, if it sticks, the value is just going to be crazy high. Hand's solid, but we do need to get these rolling sooner rather than later. It's a pretty good Meteor, I guess. We'll still be ahead on the board, though. How deep into this plan do we want to go with the Noble Sack on the 6-2? Should I just start going face with this? It's 12 damage. We've got another one in hand. We've got stuff that can kind of get through the board a little bit. I could just kill this, though, and maybe I just kill this one, right? And still play the Noble Sack plan. Is it silly to do that when I can just kill it outright? Well, I mean, what's the difference, right? Like, the Noble Sack saves me a couple health points, I guess. But the question still remains, do you just go face? He didn't have, like, a charger to activate the Noble Sack last time. He doesn't even know for sure that it is Noble Sack, I don't think. I guess 4 health is worth it against a mage. I'm mostly doing it for the memes, to tell you the truth. Like, I think it's kind of funny. Let's see. Could you do some streamer impersonations? No, I don't watch enough people to do impersonations first off, and secondly, I'd suck at it. Hey, C. Clark C. Hey, DeRoyal. Angelo says, it made me laugh when he said Noble Sack. It's actually pretty funny. Sure. Let's just go nuts here with this and drive this guy crazy on this Noble Sack. Do we want to trade in the minions here or just use the weapon? I guess we'll use the weapon to preserve the minion health a little bit.
For justice.
Do we want to go this wide? I guess it doesn't really hurt. We have some big stuff in hand. We can refill the board pretty quickly. I'm just I'm having too much fun just taking this card out of the game. Oh, he's finally gonna get to activate. He's so pumped. Oh my god. He's lost sight of what's a good play though, I think. Like, he might just be dead soon. I don't know. We might have memed a little too hard. We probably should have killed that to protect our Stegadon. Like, if we're making the right play. But it's just way more fun to do it that way. Okay, so now what do? We have 7-9. I think we just play stuff, right? Just play the Crusher and Hero Power. The question is, do we... I guess we can trade a little bit for value.
Justice.
We're going to have a lot of dudes out. So maybe we run in the dudes instead of the 3-3. Just because there's going to be so many dudes. Play around Meteor as much as we can here. Put the bigger guys on the outside edges. It's gonna have trouble dealing with all of this, I think. So I think we're in a good spot. What will you be doing after this arena run, asks Merkerp. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe another arena run if it goes really fast. Maybe just some constructed, I'm not sure. Body Kid says, hey, so I don't think you saw my comment, but I've been grinding Jade Druid, and it's still good with a few new cards in it. Yeah, I've seen people finding a lot of success with Jade Druid. I think we're just gonna go face here and just put him on a clock. We have so many little guys. Pretty much has to have exactly a taunt now. Pyroblast is not lethal, so that's not something to worry about. We're getting a little low, but we have the Guardian if he does somehow like try to flip it and pressure our face. Regis ignoring my greetings. I missed it, Kereku. Hey, man. Not ignoring ever. Hey, Crypt feels good, man. Wrong stream. No joke. Oh, Ozruk says, good to see ya. Same, right back at you, Ozruk. What do you think about Discover Mage, Regis? Looks pretty cool. I'm still enjoying more Secret Mage stuff myself. Why don't you hit the top 64 in Wild? I probably couldn't. I don't know Wild well enough. There's a lot of people trying it right now for the same reasons you were suggesting, and I just don't think I could do it. Hey, Regis, just made the decision to become a Standard Purist and dusted my Wild cards for a better Standard Purist. Was this wise? Probably, if it's what you want to do, yeah. I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I want every card, so it's not my path, but I think it makes sense for you. Thomas232 says, nice 22-pack opening, man, and congrats to the Golden Sunkeeper. Thanks, man. I still have the Golden Sunkeeper. I have not yet dusted it, so I don't know. I will eventually, but Game Nation says, Regis, the mighty lord of beautiful beards and packs. Please bless my packs. Sure thing, Game Nation. Your packs have hereby been blessed. Alan wants to know if I'll ever make a Discord. I actually technically have a Discord already. It's currently just for my moderators, and I think eventually it will just be for Twitch subs and or maybe like Patreon people when that becomes a thing. That's not a thing yet, but it could be a thing someday. I think I like the Fairy Dragon first tier better. Just denies like Frostbolts and stuff. Makes his ping less valuable. Trade's a little better, maybe. Ooh. That's a good card in Arena. Could silence it, though, thankfully, so we might actually have an answer to it. Noble Sack is probably going to be the best average value across the board. So he's got the trade here. We can silence the 6/6 version at the very least. I don't know if I even care if he gets a 10/10, though. Just depends on how the game is going, so it may not be relevant. If I could silence the 2/2, I probably would. But I don't think we're going to get to that point. I think it's going to live. I think it's going to die immediately here, so I don't think we'll get to do that. We can make the value trade here. We can look for a Tyrion and or Sunkeeper. I think the Tar Creeper's better average value than the Horror. So we'll take the Tar Creeper. Man, what's the odds of whiffing on that? That sucks. What's the most fun deck to play? Asks Blue Flames. Like some kind of combo priest with weird shenanigans and stuff. Wait, what? Why would you polymorph a Stonehill? Guys, I've seen absolutely everything now. This is better when we need health, right? So I'll save it. Or better with Spike Ridge, that kind of stuff. Why would you polymorph that? He just polymorphed.
Aha!
I don't think I'm ever going to get over that, guys. He just polymorphed a Stonehill. A Silverback Patriarch. It's crazy. We could play the Egg Napper here, but that allows him to get some value off the trade. Like, he'll want to kill this because it's actually punishing his hand a little bit. We could, like, play the Wicker Flame to deny that and maybe steal a turn of tempo from him and establish the Wicker Flame Spike Ridge. The problem is, like, we don't really need health, but we do have the Noble Sack, so I guess it doesn't matter, actually, does it? Because he's going to get Noble Sacked anyway. So let's just play the most sensible on-curve thing here. Like, you get some ping value, but it sets us up with a lot of tokens, hopefully, for the Spike Ridge Steed to stick next turn. And we want this thing to live. We don't want to kill it yet. For the Horde says, just started a few weeks ago. Any ways to build up somewhat quickly? I reached rank 15, but I'm having trouble moving farther with the cards I have. Just watch videos, try to learn. Play Arena. It helps both understand the basic mechanics of Hearthstone, but also can help get you resources, gold, and cards and packs and stuff. So there's a chance that's push and a polymorph. There's a chance it's counterspell. Like, we have a couple plays that kind of go sour, no matter what secret that is. I think I'd rather have the Spike Steed than the Frozen Crusher. I think that's probably... But if it's Mirror Entity, I get absolutely wrecked. I guess we have to test here. We can just play the double 3-drops. It's fine. Okay, so not one of those two. This is going to die anyway, so there's no real incentive for us to leave it anymore. Suppose we could have tested for like Ice Barrier first. Maybe would have changed our line. But this could still be Spellbender, Counterspell, one of those types of things. Mechanic Potion's pretty good. I think we'll just Vine Cleave here. He can ping one dude, but he can't ping 3 dudes, and we're just applying a lot of pressure. And we could have played the Frozen, I guess, but it's off curve a little bit. And I like splitting the ping value. I don't know, maybe it's just me, or I don't get something, but you spend a lot of time talking on quite obvious decisions, in my opinion, asks Imba Lizard. Well, I have to say, decisions that are obvious to you aren't necessarily obvious to other people, right? You might be better at the game, so I don't want to just take it for granted what people know or don't know, and therefore I don't want to say things that might be not obvious to someone else and they're left wondering. So perhaps there are a lot of other streamers who don't talk as much, and I don't like sending people away, but it might be more fitting if it's too much detail for you, too boring for you. There are other people who are going to talk less that could maybe give you better results here. I think we'll just go ahead and silence this. Like, I want to play the 4-mana minion anyway, and I want to get the efficient clear here, so we'll just steal the 10-10 out of his hand there. I don't have an answer for a 10-10. Flame Strike's pretty bad here, but we'll see. Did you ever play Tempo Mage? Sure did. Played pretty much every deck ever, I think. The audio is kind of off. I don't know exactly what that means. Can you describe in more detail how the audio is off? Regis, you know when you'll have a sub button? Still saving my sub, Merkerp. I don't know, and it may not be soon. It may not be advisable to save it at this point. You might just be better off using it for somebody else this month. I don't know how soon it's going to be, so I can't. I haven't even applied, so it's probably not going to be soonish. So I'd go ahead and use it on some other well-deserving streamer out there on Twitch. They're probably going to enjoy it too. So this is still the same secret. We know it's not anything big. We know he just meteored. I think we're good to just go ahead and play the Mastodon here. And we'll play it on the left edge just to deny a little bit of meteor value if he does happen to have another one. We could have played the Nesting Rock because it was guaranteed, right? But it was a little bit off curve and it was just playing more dudes, and we already have 4 dudes. So that doesn't feel very good. This will probably be activated on a future turn anyway. Even in his worst pack openings as Exercise, he still pulls a golden legendary. Yeah, at that point, I don't think it was any longer my worst pack opening. So that's not much of a play, is it? Do we have lethal here? We have 6, 10, 12. So not lethal, actually. Ugh. I think we got a trade in that case. We can just play the Crusher here. Trade, 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 trade. It's just a bit of an awkward turn. That's going to make Meteor so good if I do that. Suppose we could just taunt one of these up and go face with everything. Or just play the Nesting Rock and go face with everything. How likely is he to clear the board if I take that route? Maybe we kill one set of... We kill one Argent Commander... Go face for 8. Leaves quite a bit of stuff on the board. We could just go face for more. Why don't we just clear and Stegadon? I think I actually like this the best. I don't know if this is right, but... I think this leaves me the most stats on the board and just resolves his stuff too. I think this is fine. Jeebus007 says, make a vid on Aggro Hunter. It's a cheap deck that makes laddering easy up to rank 5. Yeah, I've played a lot of Face Hunter on stream before for folks. I haven't made a video specifically, but I agree. It's a pretty good deck these days. The math here is going to be a little wonky, but we don't have lethal yet, but we're getting close. These plays are just awkward because everything is a little bit off on mana cost, right? Like, we can't ever fit 2 of these cards together is what sucks. So I think we just we trade here, Spike Ridge this guy, go 4 there, 3 to the face, play another dude. So we'll just go face here because we have so many stats he has to work through here that I don't think these minions are relevant. And you know, this puts me on like where is my weapon? I thought I had another weapon in the deck list. Is this deck list doesn't even... Is this the right deck list? I don't think this is the right deck list, guys. Does it... No, Giant Mastodon Spike Ridge Seed. It is, right? But I thought I had more weapons. I know I had 2 weapons. Why don't I see them on this list? I don't think this is the right deck list. We haven't seen any of these cards. This has to be the wrong deck. It's like an old Paladin deck list or something. What the heck? And it says I'm 1-1. This is all wrong. That's not correct. Okay, well that answers that. Finally we get to play 2 cards at once here. We'll just go face with this again. Like it's got to kill all 3 minions and the Stegadon here. I don't know. What do you think of Murloc Quest Shaman? It looks fun, but I don't know. It's just not that strong. I think we've seen thus far. Just nobody's winning a lot of games with it, right? So is this an ice block? Have we tested like everything else at this point? I feel like we have. Has to be ice block, right? Okay. Since he's top decking here, we'll just play as much as we can. It doesn't even matter what I do. I don't really want to freeze this just in case I need to attack with it next turn. So I guess I'll just heal my face and play everything. Should be fine. There's no one card that kills everything unless he somehow gets a Doom in his deck. I think that's the only risk here, and that's not a risk, so. In my opinion, Murloc decks are the best deck, and Murloc Quest Shaman is my baby. Well, there you go. There's a different opinion, so maybe I'm missing something. This mage made the mistake of not sniping Crypt with his draft. So much wasted potential. Yeah, I'm not nearly as much fun to snipe. I know that. You could try Quest Druid after this, maybe in Wild, so you don't rank down from 2. I've played Quest Druid a little bit on stream before. I don't think we ever quite made it work. Thanks for teaching me how to play Taunt Warrior, says Jacob Hesthaven Larson. Are you ignoring me? Nope, don't ignore anybody intentionally, guys. Just sometimes... it's hard to keep up with everybody. Hayden asks, do you think having an option to purchase all of the classic cards for 1 class per account could be a good idea? Could help new players build a deck with their favorite class. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah, I think more like little bundles where you can kind of catch up on cards would all be really, really helpful. We don't have the coins, so double 3-drop's not that valuable, and although Stonehail's pretty good, in general, it's not necessarily the best on-curve play because it doesn't trade very effectively. I think I'd rather have the Dark Reaper just because it can help me get ahead on board early. And then later on, we can get the Stonehill for shenanigans, right? Simeon Dornweed says, I just made your budget Pirate Warrior and kicked my brother's butt. Well, I'm glad that you're able to defeat your brother. I hope I didn't unleash a great evil upon the world, though. Getaway Kodo is kind of enticing. Because, you know, this could very easily turn into one of those value games. The question is, like, what are we going to hit it on? And right now, I don't know that we're going to hit it on anything. So, let's play for tempo here on board. Do you listen to any songs from NCS? Asks Thomas232. I don't know what that is, so the answer is no, but I'm curious what that means. Blue Flame says, do you think Jade Shaman is good to get to rank 15 or 10? Probably still good enough, yeah. I mean, old decks aren't bad decks, just because sometimes people think if a deck is old, it can't be good anymore. That's not true. It's still probably internally consistent and can still win games. It just depends on how the meta shifts a little bit. Do you think Frozen Crusher is a good card to craft? Thinking about crafting it for my aggro decks. No, I don't think it's good for constructed nearly as much as it is for Arena. You'd be better off with Bittertide Hydra, but even that I know is pretty expensive, so that might be your hesitation for Bittertide Hydra. Just play what we can here. Our hand's just a tad clunky. Can't do a lot with this. Corrupted Seer Equality, though, is a really interesting comeback mechanic if we do fall behind. So I'm going to be a little bit okay to fall behind here, I think. Ugh. That is gross, dude. We'll just Bomb Squad it. Seems upset about that, but that's not that great of a play. I had to use the Bomb Squad to kill a 4-drop. Like, there's better targets for this. Maybe he thinks that's the issue. Maybe he thinks it's a bad play. Do you think... Oh, answered that one. What's your normal streaming time? I don't have a normal streaming time just yet, but stay tuned in the next couple weeks. I'm going to be announcing a more normal streaming time. I crafted Patches instead of Rogue Quest. Do you think that was a mistake? No, not at all. I think that was a good decision. Patches can be played across a lot of decks, and he's a very good card. And Quest Rogue puts you in a pigeonhole a little bit with the only deck you can play, so. Did you guys like the free card Blizzard gave us? Yeah, right? So good. Such a good card. Nothing feels very good here, right? Like, I can just heal this up, I guess, play the Fairy Dragon Hero Power. It's a little bad to, like, Flame Strike exactly, but even that leaves me with, like, a 2/6 and does some damage to his thing here, so. And like I said, we do have a comeback mechanic, so if he does go for a big board swing and loads up his board, we can flip it back and put ourselves in a pretty good position to win, I suspect. Best deck right now to get from 10 to 5. Secret Mage is the best deck in the game right now, so Secret Mage will always be the answer to that, but there's other good decks too. You can still play Pirates, Murloc Paladin, Midrange Paladin. If you have those cards, you can probably make a Face Hunter work pretty well too if you're looking for something a little cheaper. Can't complain about 100 free dust. That's right, it's free dust. You should not complain about it at all by any means. But not super exciting to get a Fight Promoter. It's a weird card to give people. Patches is indeed one of the best legendaries to craft. I agree completely, Marinko. It was like number 1 on my list or number 2 on my list of best cards or somewhere around there. I don't know. It was high on my top 10 cards to craft for sure. I know that much. Try Control Hunter after the run. I'll add that to the list. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but that's not a bad general idea. What secret do we think this is? I think we have to test Entity before we play Sunwalker, right? Like, I don't think we can play Sunwalker into a potential Mirror Entity. Okay, so not Entity. I think we'll just kill this one, and we'll go face. Could have tested a couple of those first, I suppose. You might wonder why I sacrificed the 3/2 instead of the guy with Death Rattle, which could give me another minion back. It's because Death Rattles do preserve you a little bit against board clears and stuff. So if he, like, wipes the board, I get something out of it. If I did it first, his board wipe would hit the second half of the Death Rattle. Plus, of course, when you're super wide on the board, same problem. You're a little susceptible to board clears and stuff. So just keep that Death Rattle active to punish any sort of board clears. Creepin' Pete asks how the stream's going. Pretty well so far. Just playing some Arena, doing a lot of good so far too. What's your opinion on Evolve Shaman? I think it's a pretty fun deck that just lets you take a break and lets you go wild. Yeah, I agree. It's probably not even terrible. I've heard some people have had some success with it, so. Do you think the Priest quest is good enough to craft? Depends on what you're trying to do with it, I suppose. It's maybe not the best constructed card right now. I think it could still be very strong in the future with just a few other cards or a meta shift. And,
love your commentary for a new player like me.
thanks, Annalisa, for the 200 bits cheer and the kind words. I'm happy you're finding the commentary helpful, and I think a lot of other people do as well. So I appreciate the encouragement and the kind words. It means a lot. And, of course, thank you for effectively the donation as well. Much love, Annalisa. I think you've cheered quite a bit in the past, too, so thanks for continuing to show the love. Who's the worst hero in Arena? Probably still Warrior. It's debatable these days, I suppose, but I think... So we know this is not Mirror Entity, so we can go ahead and play this Sunwalker now. And I think we'll just make some trades here. Trade, play another dude. And clearing his board is totally fine. He's low on cards. We have more cards in hand. Like, we're in a good spot. Where is Ultrasaur? There is an Ultrasaur command on Twitch if you're looking to see your Ultrasaur. Secret Hunter. I saw a deck like this pretty recently, actually. Who sent this? GG Power Ranger. With some secrets and some aggressive stuff. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if it's... I don't know how good it is. I haven't played it, but I've seen someone else at Legend with a sort of face Secret Hunter that ran less secrets than this one, but actually a pretty similar list, although I think theirs was more aggressive. This looks a little bit more mid-range with like the high mains and stuff. So it's definitely got potential. I don't know how good for sure it is, but it's definitely not going to be the worst deck in the meta, I can tell you that much. We can't send all this stuff into that. We have to just go face here. Since we have a lot of stuff that's like outside of Flame Strike range, I think it's totally fine. We probably could have played the Noble Sack too, but we actually don't need to because he can only kill one of these taunts, and there's more than enough remaining things on the board to deal with it. This might be a little more valuable later. We never know, so I want to keep it just in case. That's he's well aware that's not going to do the trick. Yeah, he's just spamming it out there to get through this game. And wow, 4-0 so far. Pretty decent little deck we've put together, all things considered. Oh god, I encourage the Ultrasaur spam. Oh no. What have I done? Fallen Child Hearthstone, sure thing, dude. Your packs have hereby been blessed, and thank you for the cheer. The Ultrasaur command would be better in the style of the American Psycho monologue. Maybe we need a Psycho Ultrasaur. I do love American Psycho. It's a great movie. So, I'll have to think about that. TV for Play says you have your red communist shirt on today. Yeah. More communist spam, I guess. Is that was the communist guy from last time here? I don't know. I don't remember who it was specifically, but... Cripperino kinda, I don't know, says, can you bless my packs? I opened 30 and only got one legendary. Sure thing, man. Your packs have hereby been blessed. Simeon wants to know, should he buy the welcome bundle? I'm not a new player, but I can still buy it. Yeah, if you're ever going to spend money on the game, it's far and away the most efficient way to do so. So yeah, I recommend it without hesitation. It's a great deal. Very, very efficient. Tiny Finnest is my name, and 1544 is the tag. I can't add any friends on Battle.net, as some of you probably know at this point, guys. I'm stuffed. My list is full. That's okay. Might actually silence this Shimmering Tempest. It could be worth it, right? Oh, we gotta kill that, though. Or silence it at the very least. Depending on how he trades, I think we don't have a choice. I think we just silence it regardless. It's actually a fine answer to it. He can trade ping here a little bit, but he spends 5 mana to kill our 4 mana card at least. We do have a turn 5 play. It's not my favorite ever, but it's something. Now that loses a lot of value when this isn't really gaining any value. The Bilefin Stonehill's good too. It just means awkward trades for him. Ugh, this is all junk. Where are the Tyrians, guys? Where are the Tareems? We need some Sunkeepers in the house. I guess we take the hired gun. The Booty Bay is just too expensive. Should I just go ahead and make this trade? If I don't, he gets to trade the Gastropod into the Ooze here. And could ping down the 2-1, and I'm in the same spot I was before, right? Like, it sucks, obviously, but I have to be careful, because if I give the Gastropod, like, 2 kills, I still don't have a way to get through it. I don't have a weapon. I have a Spike Ridge coming out. I think I just have to go ahead and make this terrible play, and that's why Gastropod's such a good card. It's so good. Where do I go to buy the Welcome Bundle? I would guess the shop. I don't know. If you've already bought it, I don't think you can. I don't know the rules on accessing it at this point. But once you bought it once, you're pretty much stuck, so I don't know. Ugh, I needed that minion to survive so badly. I guess I have to Hero Power Blessing now. He can just trade into it, but I fall too far behind if I don't. I have no other plays. Hired Gun, same story. But he... This sucks. This is pretty bad. Maybe he'll leave it. Maybe he doesn't want to use his board and I can just Spike Ridged. Make it a giant monster minion. But that's so susceptible to Polymorph. Like, that's risky too. Forbidden Flame's a good answer, but I don't even mind that much. Vine Cleaver is going to start doing work here. And we have a heal and a taunt to keep our health sort of reasonable. Do we want to go ahead and kill the Anomaly? I don't think we actually do, because there's just not that many spells in Arena at the end of the day to buff that, and it's very unlikely to go beyond 4 anyway, so let's just take the higher attack guy off the board in case that matters. I just realized how stupid my name sounds when you say it out loud. We've all had that pain, don't worry. I know that world all too well myself. Sunwalker's just not that good with this many low guys out there. We could try to hit a Hydrologist of some sort, make the Hired Gun active. If we Hired Gun, what else can we do? Not much. We can Spike Ridge Steed too, but this only goes to 7, which doesn't really help us against the little friend here. We could Spike Ridge Steed and Hydrologist. Trade. He kills the first half of the Steed with the little friend here. But it goes down to 4, and we can hit it with the Vine Cleaver next turn, but that takes me down to 11, which is terrifying. But we do summon a lot of guys in the process. I guess this is the right play. It actually is going to take me down to 9, but he's not a Pyroblast range yet. So we have quite a few taunts that'll be coming out too, and maybe an interruption with the Hydrologist. We'll play around Meteor a little bit here as much as we can. Getaway Coda is going to suck with this many dudes on the board. Repentance is actually potentially really good, but I can't play it yet, so I'm going to go for the Noble Sack again, always. Have you tried Control Warrior without quest? Asks Syl. Not lately. I mean, certainly in the past. Why did this only go to, why did I think it was going to go to, oh, I thought it was going to go to 4, but it went to 3. Oh, that's totally fine. Oh no, he locked out my weapon. That's not cool, dude. That was my plan. He disrupted the plan. Yeah, it's worth. It's absolutely worth. This goes down to a 2-1, which sucks, but I can just play the Sunwalker after on a clear board. I think we have to try this. Go ahead and load this up too, just to make him wonder about it more than anything, right? Might disrupt his plans a little bit, just a tad bit of friction here. Do you enjoy Ranked more or Arena? I enjoy Ranked more, Exercise. I like Arena too, but Ranked takes the edge. I like Constructed. A little bit more control over what you're doing. Equality, communism, that's right. I might wish I had the Repentance depending on what he plays. I don't know if I can use this weapon on minions anymore, though. Ooh, I might have pinged the... I'm gonna ping the shield here. It's just a really good... We'll go ahead and just clear, play the Guardian, and hit face. I should have played it on Meteor a little better, maybe, although I don't actually think it matters here. I don't think it matters here. They both have, you know, 3. We could have put this at the end, though, and saved some health on a minion. Always got to think about Meteor against the mages. It's a constant threat now. I'm feeling a little stuffy, guys. Like a little congested. Oh, he did have the Meteor. Crap. Cost me 2 health. That actually is going to matter a little bit. Never mind, because we're going to trade with the Spike Ridged here. We could just weapon, I suppose, but I think Spike Ridged is totally fine. Well, I did it again. I didn't really play around Meteor again. Oh well. We did the first 4 games really well, or at least 3 games that we've had here. We played around Meteor every time, but I feel like this was just kind of in the bag, so I'm not paying that much attention. Might regret that, though. No game's in the bag till it's in the bag, right? Like, might come to regret that decision someday. Frost Ellie's okay. We're just going to go wide here. So much damage in hand. Is the hired gun worth it? I think we'll save it. We've got so much on board to kill him with. If he pings this off, we still have enough damage. A board clear would get him alive for a turn or 2, so I can save these resources and just develop after the board clear. King of Emperors, that's some awesome emotes, dude. Where's that from? That's cool. Is that a Twitch standard emote? I'm not up on emotes enough, to tell you the truth. Ouch. Oh, God. That is brutal. It's brutal to be the card that you have in hand when your health is that low. Oh, my God. The Bittertide Hydra Lethal. I love it. Derpy Master of Derp says, hard to get your message read on YouTube. Probs won't recognize me on Twitch due to a different username. Others are spamming more. I don't know what all that means, but... So, Regis, what do you think of capitalism? I was born and raised in capitalism. I'm pretty pro-capitalism. Don't let the communists in chat here, but... Derpy Master of Derp says, I got 17 packs open, 2 legendaries, keeping up my good luck. Yeah, that's a great rate, dude. That's like more than twice as good as you're supposed to get, so that's awesome. It was just added. It's the Allspice thing. Squip Pride. Yeah, it's perfect for squips. What's an Allspice thing? I don't know what I mean, I know what Allspice the spice is. You mean Old Spice? I don't know what that means. I'm always behind on the memes, guys. You guys gotta keep me up to date. You gotta fill me in on this stuff. You gotta keep me. Oh, I didn't tweet I was live. I gotta do that, guys. You gotta remind me to tweet too. Oh, greetings. Well met, sir. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. If he plays a minion that's an awkward trade for it, we can protect it with a Balefin Tidehunter taunt, which might encourage him to ping on 3, put me ahead on tempo. It gives me the Tar Creeper to protect it again on 3. So this is the kind of thing that can linger for a few turns here and just hammer him in the face, which is exciting. Simeon's heading out. He just subscribed today and enjoys my channel. Thanks so much, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time. Do you think Savannah Highmane would be a good epic too? It's a good card. It'd be a good legendary. Like, even if you could only run 1, it'd be good. So yeah, it would definitely be a good epic. It's like the perfect answer to my board. Ugh. I'm just gonna Blessing of Kings it next turn, right? So I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna cast Blessing probably. He's gonna trade here, it looks like. I'll cast Blessing on the Bilefin. Go face. Or go minion, I mean. Oh my god. I was gonna say, that pretty much backfired no matter what. The Sunwalker is a great answer, or a great result, obviously. Jeez. So now we gotta think about our blessing a little more. I think we still bless here, but we trade into the Dirty Rat, trade in the Sunwalker here, and go face with the remaining two. Free Sunwalker is not a bad result in my mind. Don't have a great turn 5. We can 3-2 at least. That's not bad. Stonehill we can just power through. Play dudes. You know, Flame Strike and stuff puts him in the game is the only really scary thing. It's the best way to play around Meteor here. I guess over here we'll put... no, it's not really a good way to play around Meteor.
This only works on the simple-minded.
Based on our board shape, we don't have a great way to play around Meteor that I can see. This can't be targeted, so, you know, the Vital Illusionist would live, but he can hit the middle one and hit both of these for a pretty good Meteor. What might that be? He targeted the Illusionist and then the Silverhand Recruit. What is that? What card is that, guys? I don't know what that is. It's really weird. Something that does 1 damage? I guess we're gonna see it. Flame Geyser. Okay. I don't know why you'd ever consider Flame Geysing the Silverhand Recruit, but works for me. Alright, we'll play the big guy here.
Look behind you.
Is there any incentive to kill this? I really don't think there is, especially not for 3 damage. Or even 2 damage here. We have a lot of stuff out. We can actually silence this for an 8 attack that he might not be expecting, right? Like, he might just leave it up and think, oh, that's no big deal. This is lethal. Yeah, this is just 10, 13, 14 lethal. Cool! We're still winning games. Nice. Regis, can you speak German? No, I certainly can't. I can not really speak any other languages. Just a little bit of Spanish, perhaps. That's not even speaking really so much as barely getting by and knowing some vocabulary words and stuff. I just lost all my subs from Soviet. I guess that means like Russia, Soviet. Because I like capitalism too much. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Guys, so I'm 6-0 on this run. Like, this is crazy. This is probably where I'll lose 3 games in a row, like always. my best in Guru Arena run has only been 9-3 so far. Like, I have not been able to get to 12 yet. I've probably done 10 or 12 runs, something like that. Just not able to get over the hump, though. It sucks.
My hammer burns with holy fire.
I will fight with honor.
What do we want to keep here? We do have the coin, so double 3 can actually do some work. The question is, would we rather have the Illusionist or the Egg Napper? I think the Egg Napper is a tad more flexible, and since Paladin doesn't really have a ping effect, could go a little bit farther than the Illusionist. Even though the Illusionist stats, you know, are considerably better, especially with something like Blessing of Kings, I like the Egg Napper better. Because it's going to leave a token behind, it's probably going to be activated.
That is incredible.
Wow, I don't know what's incredible, but... I mean, his hand has good cards. It's just a tad awkward, I suppose. Do I go ahead and just play Egg Napper into this? I think so. I don't mind the first half dying. It makes a good trade. The Tar Creeper's fine, too. The question is what comes down the following turn, right? A 3 attack thing is probably going to line up better against the Tar. Or a 3 mana thing is probably going to line up better against the Tark Reaper, I think. And this just gives me more sats on the board faster to attack with next turn if I need to. These are a little slow together. Like 2 of these is not really what you want to see. Interesting. It's gonna go face instead of making a trade. Cool. Blessing of Kings would be pretty nasty here. I'd have trouble dealing with that. Be a pretty sick opening from him if that's the case. That's not nasty. We can deal with that just fine. That's not a problem. But how do we actually want to do this? I guess we just Blessing one of these and trade in the other 2. We're left with a 5/3 on board. We don't have a good turn 5. I mean, Nesting Rock's okay, I guess. Actually, it's fine. I think we do want to clear the board against Paladin pretty much always here. May not look super efficient, but it takes away so many different plays if you can keep the board resolved. I thought of a Experiment token Paladin. You can use this current list for a base, says King of Emperors. That is actually on the list as one of the potential decks we want to run, so. Since I can't clear the board, is there any reason to kill one of these? But I'd rather just go face, I guess. If I could clear, I certainly would, but since I can't clear, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I think I started a fad with the Squip emote. I'm fine with it. It's cool looking. It's a cool emote. If only we could have done this last turn, right? Jeez. What's the best line here? Do we just Spike Ridge our own guy and put it to 13? Trade. He's a 6 damage out on board. This has 9 health. We could Vine Cleaver to clean up next turn. I suppose so. It's going to be a battle of the Spike Ridged here. The 6 here does line up pretty well against the new Stegodon. He's going to have another one. What do you want to bet? Giant Wasp. Oh! Oh my god, keep going. Oh! Are we taking odds on the concede here or not? Like, is this an instant concede or is he going to play it out? Like, are we taking bets? Oh boy. This is going to get hurt quite a bit, but I don't care. Goodness. That is brutal. I'm still going to watch me lose this game still. After talking so much smack. I'm going to lose the game. Instant concede. Nope. I tried. I tried. It looks to me like just Vine Cleaver, go face. We could kill that, I guess. Leave me a 6/1. Got a lot of 1/1s. Yeah, let's kill it just for Spike Ridged reasons, right? We don't want to give the Spike Ridge charge if we don't have to. Let's just kill it. It's fine. Consecration's sort of good, but we're just going to keep pumping out 1/1s, frankly, so I don't mind. It's a Squip reaching for a taco. That's beautiful, dude. That is absolutely beautiful. Value Town, says the Blobfish. That's right. That's not a very good Vine Cleaver. I mean, he gets the cool pings, I get it, but he took 6 damage. Don't hit both. Don't hit both, dude. Don't be a... Okay, cool. That was important because it allows me to Spike Ridge this one right. And that's what we wanted to do. And we'll just Hydrologist, too. Split our resources here a little bit, right, just in case. I think it's better to go this route. Or actually, let's just go this route. And I'm actually going to clear these because it makes his weapon awkward. If I left him too much, one of these could have went to 4. He could have lined up the math a little better, right? If I'd left those alive and gone face. But by splitting the stats a little bit, like his weapon can't really handle either one of them, so... Woo! Woo! 7-0. 7 wins to me is like, I'm happy. Retire the run for all I care. If I get to 7, get my money back, I feel good about it. So I don't mind. But we're going to go for more, obviously. Definitely going to go for even more. Did you ever get a 12th win arena run? Yeah, I have a lot in the past. I just haven't in Unguro yet. 9 is my highest. I got a 9-3 Paladin run off stream like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something. That's my highest. My highest one. I mean, we can keep this if we want. It's just really not my favorite 3-drop. It's weird that I picked it. I must have had some bad legendaries. I honestly don't remember what the alternatives were. I think we can go for stronger stuff. Pretty bad hand, though. We need to hit a good opener here. This is our first loss, I think. I can tell already. Like, our hand's just too awkward. Like, this is a bad card, bad card. This is a good card, but not typically good this early. Yeah, this is a funky hand. No coin to get these 4-drops out faster. We're gonna need some magic to win this game, like just some good luck. That's a good sign, actually, that he's playing pretty slow. It gives me more time. Silver Moon on 4 could be okay too. God, we haven't even seen this card yet. I feel like 6 games. You think he'll reach 12 wins today? No, I actually don't think we will. I don't know if this deck's good enough. Oh, this gives me a good play, actually. We might win this after all. Man, I'm getting like sick, guys. I didn't know I was sick today, but trying to talk so much is making me feel kind of congested, like having trouble. 7-3 says Dan45. That feels more like it to me. That feels more like it to me. This could be a lot of things, right? We don't really know what that is. Counterspell would be really bad if I tried to hit the Silver Moon portal. Let's test the Entity here, and then we can just trade hero power. Nope. Nope. No, it's not. Ice Barrier, Vaporize, Entity. Counterspell still seems fairly likely. might have to burn one of these eventually, because we do want to be able to hit the Spike Ridge. Like, if that's Counterspell, could give me some problems. Like, I might have to burn an Equality just to test it, right? How much does Secret Mage cost? It's not super cheap because there's some key epics and stuff, but it's not like loaded with legendaries or anything. It's accessible, I think, for what I would consider sort of an intermediate type player. You can certainly do it. So, believe in yourself. You can do it, says Patty Slappers. We'll see. What just happened? What? Should I go ahead and test this Equality on an empty board? What else could that be? It could be Ice Block. It actually could be, oh god. Spellbender's really bad.
Aha!
With Spike Ridge Steed in particular. We may have to test. We may just throw away the Silver Moon portal when we have more mana. I might have to play minions specifically until the secret is out of the way, because looks like I missed some follows here earlier. Araka, Tesora, Xander, and Smooth Geminal. That's a good name. Thanks for the follows, guys. Regular Stegodon. What is this? What era are we in? Just playing minions until I have enough mana to throw this away, right? We might have to give him a like a 3/4, but we'd still get the 2-cost minion, so we'd be all right. Sounds like 3,000 dust is the estimate for a secret mage deck. Well, that's kind of terrifying, isn't it? I do not have my super duper answer this time around, but I do have a taunt, so I don't know. That may not get through. Can trade this way, just go face. Could definitely test the Silver Moon portal this turn if I want. We could even silence the result, right? What do we Silvermoon Portal, though? There's not really a target I want to Silvermoon Portal. I guess we could use it here and just get the guaranteed trade value. Let's go ahead and test it. This might be the test turn. It is Spellbender. We called it right, guys. Why don't I have... Wait. I clicked the wrong spell! What? Everybody saw me talking about Silvermoon Portal, right? Did I just click the wrong spell? I mean, clearly my intent was obvious. I said, let's Silvermoon Portal. Let's test it with a Silvermoon Portal. Let's test it with a Silvermoon Portal. I said it 75 times. This is gonna die anyway, right? So just get the stats off the board.
I can't do that.
The goal was to Silvermoon Portal and then Spellbreaker it. I said it 45 times. What happened in between my brain and my hand? Like, we called it and predicted it perfectly. I just literally misclicked. Ugh. I don't even know if that's a misplay, it's just a misclick. Ugh. Ugh. That's bad. It's really bad. That would have been such a slick play, though. Silvermoon Portal Silence was like perfect for what we needed. Ugh. God, now what do I do? So now what do I do, right? Like, now I'm screwed. I don't even have a good bomb squad target. We can, like, Egg Napper buff it. It's not very exciting. Can just, Vine Cleaver, but the taunt's in the way that I gave him for free. Like, this is clearly going to be a loss. There's just no good lines here. This goes to 3, which is sort of hard to deal with for him. That's fine. Wish he'd been mana bind last time. Ugh. That's brutal. Your mouse slipped like 10 pixels to the left, so you used Steed. Is that true? Like, did you see it happen? Was it visibly, like, noticeable? If so, that's incredibly sad. Man. I think Hearthstone definitely has issues with dragging cards. Yeah, you can always click if you want to be super safe, but just kind of grew up dragging, right? So that's always more fun to me. I need to watch the video, like, watch the slow-mo replay to, like, see what happened, because clearly we had the right line. We called it. It's just was absolutely a misclick. It's miserable. Like, the crazy thing is, like, this game is actually not over. We can still win this game. Somehow.
Your magic shall not save.
Let's go ahead and get those stats out. Like, it's not likely. He has 8 cards in hand. It's gonna be a hard game to win, but it's actually possible. I don't really have to do that right now. Could just kill one of these other ones. The problem is this guy. Like, where is he getting all of these from? He has the Wasp and the Assassin here. So he'll probably use this on the 4-3, which means this guy trades okay. Like, this game is winnable if he has a terrible hand. It's just not likely. We need another super board clear. We already used our equality, so I don't think we're going to have it. Here's a squip to cheer you up. Spam squips, please, chat. That's funny. So somehow we did resolve his board. Oh my god. That's a lot of damage, but unless he has, like, exactly Power Blast he knows is in hand. This does give me a chance to come back a little bit. Maybe he just has Fireball Ping. Fireball Ping probably seems more likely. We gotta get as many minions out as we can. We're 97% dead to Fireball Ping here. Or Pyroblast or whatever. Because he clearly did that for a reason. But just in case he screwed it up, like, you know, we got a shot. Oh, Pyroblast. So, I mean, clearly something crazy happened. My mouse malfunctioned, my brain malfunctioned, my hand had a seizure. I don't know. I'm not sure we would have won that anyway. But we would have been in a much better spot too. He just had a lot of resources. That game unfolded so slow in the early game that we didn't like get to stabilize our board and chip him down that like we need to win games, I think. DJ Zayn says, hey, you remember me, Regis? Yeah, I remember your name. I don't remember meeting you in real life or anything. Yay, Regis is streaming again, says David Lapointe. Absolutely, dude. Welcome. Rewind the footage and you will see your mouse slip like 10 pixels. Oh my god. If so, that might actually have to be a highlight. Like a YouTube highlight, because that's pretty funny. Bye, Murgle. I can't do Murloc sounds. I don't even want to try because I'll embarrass myself too much. Bilefin doesn't really do a lot, right? Because he gets the value trade and then the weapon trade. So we'll just Hydrologist to force the actual physical trade here. I still think Noble Sack's going to give me the best results. We don't know that we have a Tyrion or anything for Redemption, so... That's why you make sure 100% which card you're playing, you're dragging before you play it. Yeah, of course, but I'm trying to talk to 120 people too, so it's it's absolutely my fault that I clicked the wrong card, but some extenuating circumstances for sure. Because you hit with a Crusher, the screen bumped and clicked the Steed. Seriously? That sounds like just awful, but thanks for even more like research. You guys are putting in the research here. I love it. Like, it's great. Doing good, Adam. Nah, but thanks for asking, dude. Ugh, my hand is just so funky. Incoming fan of knives to ruin my hopes and dreams. I could try to preemptively trade into one of these to deny this sort of trade, but we don't know which minion he's going to use, his weapon. There's so many things. I hate having this many one-attack minions out against Rogue. Yeah, that's actually not the worst mind control tech. That's fine. Where is Consecration when you need it, though? Jeez, we don't even have one in this deck. Nesting Rock, though... Fantastic draw right now. On curve play. Gives me the taunt. Allows me to kill a 3-attack dude. Like that. That's such an important play. Frost Elemental could be very valuable here too. If he plays like a medium-sized thing. Weapon's a good sign though because it's fairly slow. Ugh. God, Envenom Weapon is a ridiculous card. It's so good. I mean, we can freeze face, establish this dude, but... Ugh. That is so good. 7-3, boys. It's coming. I knew it. Hey, Regis, would you do a pack opening here on Twitch? I have before. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it, but I just bought some cards recently, so I don't think it'll be happening today or anything. But yeah, I did it for the expansion launch, and I did it actually not that long ago, like a week or two ago. I did like 10 packs on stream too. And I'll open some packs at the end of this arena run too, or a pack, most likely. Oh, boy. Quality does nothing here. Doesn't help me at all. We can silence the Gastropod, like trade into the Mind Control tech. Play the Stonehill, I guess. Probably the best line.
Let your magic shall not save.
Suppose we should technically play the Stonehill first. It's not going to matter, but... Hey, it's not bad. I didn't even look at the other two options, but I think they were, like, really bad, so I'm okay with the Tyrion. And we can actually play it next turn. Hopefully the weapon here has been utilized already. It may not, though. We might trade. This goes to 5-2. Use the weapon here. Or just use the weapon on that one. That's fine, too. Is he going to go, like, all face here? Am I dead? No, I'm not dead yet. Okay. Is he going to make this trade? Or just go face? If he goes face, we have ways to win this game again. I think I just Tyrion and trade, right? He can get through the Tyrion. This is the shield. And then he has 6 here. That leaves him with 5. 6 damage. That means I'm dead. Tyrion here means I'm dead. I can't bomb squad, obviously. That kills me. Where is like consecration we needed? Or my Murloc dude would be just unbelievably good. Like just insanely good. I think this gives me the most total health. But I think it's still lethal. 7. If he uses the right stuff to activate, he has 7, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, he still has it. It gave me 1 additional health than Tyrion if he attacked wrong. Right, it could have given me more health. I think it was the same health as Tyrion if he attacked correctly. But doesn't help me if he attacks... It only helps me if he attacks wrong. Yay, how are you this wonderful evening, asks Black Wolfa. I'm doing well, dude. How about you? Well, we were doing well. We were 7-0. And then... things happened. And we're no longer 7-0. I'll put it that way. Things happened, and now we're not 7-0. ACDCMW, thanks for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
Well, let's try to save this. I kind of jinxed myself, I guess. I said, oh, I'm happy with 7 wins. We don't need anything else. 7 wins is a good run. And then here we are, 7-2, ever since then. Sniper says, I just got a golden Awaken the Makers. Well, grats. It's awesome and all, but I don't have N'Zoth or good Death Rattle minions. Feels bad, man. Well, it might be worth disenchanting it for another good legendary, depending on what your collection's like. I do think Awaken the Makers could be good in the future, though, so... even if you don't have the cards now, maybe it's worth saving. Who knows? It's always cool to have, like, that one awesome card in your collection. Thanks for the Aggro Pirate Warrior budget deck. Says Tiny Finn, Craven Video Games. No problems, man. I got a lot of hate so far for that, but I don't really mind. Like, a deck is a deck, and a good deck is a good deck, and I'm not going to deny people good decks just because somebody else thinks it's not a fun deck to play against. Like, that it's ultimately not my problem if somebody wants to play a good deck. I'm still going to give them the best tools that I can to make them good at the game. It's up to other people to enjoy or not enjoy. Why did you get hate for it? Well, people don't like Pirate Warrior, and they think I'm helping more people discover Pirate Warrior, basically. Or putting more Pirate Warriors out there on the ladder. It's kind of silly. People are going to play the decks they want to play, regardless of what I give them or don't give them, so... silly, but I don't, like I said, I don't mind. Hey, Regis catching another stream, says Sir Karsten. Welcome, dude. Black Wolfa says, don't worry, we love you. Oh, I know you do. Most people do, frankly. The positives far outweigh the negatives when it comes to comments on YouTube. Believe me, I do not let the negatives get me down. If I read the negatives and got sad, I would have stopped long, long ago. Sniper says, you're absolutely right in this point. I always say, blame the game, not the player. That's right. So you spun that phrase a little bit, and I like it because it's true. You can't hold it against people for playing decks that are good. Like, that's silly. Do we just go ahead and coin the Grime Street here? I think I'd rather save the coin maybe for the Ridge later. This could force an awkward ping on 3 for the Mage, too. Primordial Glyph hit, but he used this when he doesn't really know what kind of spell he needs, which I think is interesting. He may not have a good spell here. I think I'll go ahead and Grime Street. If he does make this trade, the Grime Street trades back fairly well. This is a good turn 5. This might just be a fine turn 4 as is, too. We'll see. I really do want to save the coin, but... Sada came so late, says Adam Knopp. Wasn't playing Hearthstone for a year. You and my broken hand got me back into it. Thanks, dude. No problems. I'm happy that you're playing again. Sorry about the broken hand, but at least it got you back into Hearthstone. Crescio says, before Regis built his budget decks, I made a Cancer Rogue. I got sick and tired of losing, but now I regret it because I have no dust and can't make any more different decks. Well, the good thing is dust always comes back, right? You can always get more dust. If I've learned anything in this world. I think Bomb Squad to just clear his board is worth it. We'll have 2/2/2s out there. We don't have the best turn 5 necessarily, right? But still, we can play Agnap or Bilefen here for a pretty wide board. Blizzard would sort of hurt that a lot, but at least we'd be left with 2 1/1s to hit on the Ridged. So I think it'd still be fine. Archaeologist is okay. Oh, that's fine. I'll just trade into that for free value here. Like I said, we'll just play here what we can. I think there's a good meteor line. This is not exactly a meteor turn, so I don't think playing around meteor is a big concern. Maxwell Smith says, why would anybody hate on a cool guy with a beard that plays video games? Oh, I don't know, dude. People get jealous sometimes. People don't always have the best lives. It's you tend to feel sorry for them more than anything, right? Like, some people just have it hard in life. Whether sometimes by choice, some people choose to make things harder on themselves. But regardless, I do feel bad for them sometimes. So I think we'll just trade Spike Ridged the Agnapper here. It's not perfect, because it really hurts against Polymorph, right? Like, that would just demolish both the standard Death Rattle here and the new Death Rattle. But there's no other great way for me to resolve this board. Like, if I put this to 4, I can't even kill this minion, right? So, and we don't want a Corrupted Seer. We could, because this is a Murloc and it wouldn't die. So we'd be able to Corrupted Seer off the shield and the Archaeologist and trade, but it's just not that strong of a play, right? I want strong plays, not weak plays. So just, hopefully we can dodge a Silence or a Polymorph or whatever here and we'll be fine. If he does have those, it's going to suck. Otherwise, a 6/5 with all these Death Rattles is pretty cool. That's a good sign. He's trading, pinging. It's going to summon me a lot of dudes. It's going to poop out 3 dudes here. And I think Vine Cleaver's fine here. It's even more dudes, but they're not like really invested in the board, right? If he does do like a Flame Strike or something, we actually have a minion up and we just keep reloading, so. Guardian will probably be the best play next turn. Maybe a Spike Ridged, depending on how we need to trade or something. Esperanza says, thanks for another stream. It's great to see you again. Thanks, dude. Feel the same way right back at you. Is Spike Ridge did all good here, just on the Stegodon? In other words, trade a dude, Spike Ridge here, trade a dude. I think so. I think that'll be fine. This will not overpopulate my board. So let's go that route, and then we could do it somewhere else to kind of split our resources, I guess, right? But then each of them go to lower health totals. This goes to 3 and this goes to 2, and I don't like that as much as having one really high health guy against Mage because of board clears, right? So many guys. It's like a Trump dream in here. Oh my goodness, a lot of Ultra Source spam coming back. Waving a Fat's got a good secret mage list there, it looks like. Primordial Drake? I think you mean Primordial Glyph, Waving. You say 2 Primordial Drakes there in the 2-mana slot. Oh, you may have already caught that. Is Pirate Warrior better than Elemental Mage? Yeah, definitely. If you're talking about my deck list in particular, still, yes, definitely. Trade, Guardian, Hero Power is totally fine here.
For justice.
And we'll play around Meteor as best we can a little bit, too. Primordial Drake was a great play, by the way, for him. He cleared my board, but we just reloaded again, so I think it's fine. Cyclopean Horror, great news. And there's the Meteor. Do not actually have a way to kill this. Like, God, the answers he's had to wide boards are kind of insane. I think I'll go ahead and make the trade. That second trade might look a little iffy, right? But it could matter because he's going to want to ping off the Divine Shield here, not the 1 health minion. So we could do a 2 and a 1, right? Plus, it just plays a little bit around more board clears and things. Just get that damage while we know it's guaranteed. We need a swing in our favor. Like, he's able to keep up multiple turns here in a row. Just little annoying stuff. Strong Meteor, 4 mana Meteors, nuts. Panisu has a crazy story. I'm surprised I didn't share it earlier. I'm curious what it is. It's playing Servants of Yogg, or whatever it's called, the other week, and the priest I was up against somehow managed to get that one card that makes all your healing cards do damage instead, and got Tree of Life right after Fun Times. Well, that sounds crazy, dude. So Aughanite Soul Priest into Tree of Life. That does indeed sound pretty awesome. What do we think this is probably just Mirror Entity, right? We can just play the Illusionist here. It's the kind of the weakest minion we have access to.
This only works on the simple-minded. This only works on the simple-minded.
And then we kind of just have to leave it alive, I think. Can't make a good trade into it. I don't want to play too much here, right? We've got a pretty good board. There's no reason to play another minion. We don't need to overcommit. When he has that many cards in hand, a board swing that's able to play multiple cards behind it could really turn the game in his favor. We do have our own little board swing card here that's nice, and hopefully we do hit a quality to make it even better, but we'll have to wait and see. We just silence here. Probably just sack this minion in. Alternatively, we could just trade silence there. It leaves him with a 3/3. So, okay, so there's two ways to do this, right? We trade here, trade here. That leaves me with a 2/3, and him with a 3/3 that's silenced. Or silence here, trade that. It leaves me with a 2/6 and a 3/4 that's silenced. I think, in fact, we can even Blessing of Kings to do this a little better. Maybe just clear his board. We'll just clear his board. It's fine. So he's running out of gas a little bit here. We're a bit resilient to board clears that Mage has access to. We didn't play around Meteor very well, I guess. Shoot. Never play around Meteor when I'm supposed to.
This only works.
Like, we started out playing around Meteor so good, and then I forgot. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. That's a really weak hand for where he's at in the game, so that's a good sign. Aldor's good too. There's not a good way to play around Meteor here necessarily. Do we just go 10 to face, or do we clear? I think we clear a little bit, right? I think we maybe just clear this one and go 4 to face. Because these aren't really going to do much against this taunt. Putting this down to 2 makes it considerably worse against Blizzard. Sweet. He just ran out of gas. Cool. That was a tough game. Tough game. I got Ysera and Golden Ysera in 2 packs back to back. That's crazy, dude. It's a really good result. Congrats. Let's see. What's Regis doing now? I had to leave for a bit. Still on this arena run. Got to 8 wins. Pretty good. Pretty solid arena run. I'm fairly happy with it. Mech Mage was a lot of fun. You guys are absolutely right about that. It was incredibly fun. She's got a Black Knight from a pack. Yay, free dust. The Black Knight's not a terrible card, though. It showed up a little bit early in Aguro with Taunt Warrior's prevalence. People were kind of teching it in. It was pretty interesting to see. I was surprised by that.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
Tar Creeper's pretty good. We don't have the coin, so double 3-drop doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think we'll just keep one of these and look for better stuff along the way. Hit the 2-drop, which is nice. Regis, I need some help. Can you bless my pack, says David Lapointe. Sure thing, dude. Your packs have hereby been blessed. Okay, we can work with this hand. It's on curve at least. What are you drinking there, says Esperanza. It's just Diet Mountain Dew, but it's partly invisible as always. Because it's green, and I have a green screen behind me. The day they make invisible Mountain Dew cans, I'm going to have the best sponsorship opportunity in history. That's for sure. Rename Paladin Arena to Easy 12 wins. Oh, God. Never easy. I think I did that once before. Wow! That's a play. I think I'll just play the Illusionist here, actually. We don't need to be defensive, and one attack doesn't apply a lot of pressure on our own turn, right? He even coined that out? What's going to happen next turn, right? Like, if that's the line he takes, when he knows that we could just kill it outright, is he that intimidated by our Fairy Dragon? Like, what does that signal? What does that even mean? I don't think we need to spell break, right? We'll just play the Egg Napper here for stats. These things are all a little bit more utility based, unfortunately. Kind of awkward to play down. Isn't Living Mana, I hear you guys talking about Living Mana there. Isn't it insane how good that card has turned out to be? I did not think that would be the case. That one really surprised me. It's been very strong though. Oh, please don't ping. He's hesitating whether he should ping or not, which is crazy. Because he already committed to the Living Mana. Like, if he didn't ping and let me heal that, I would be the happiest person in the world, I think. Oh, he's pinged so much. Like, it's... Oh, conical. Wow. Okay. He's left, like, so many cards in hand and, like, so much mana floating on the ping. It's kind of scary a little bit. I don't really know what to do here, guys. We're just kind of awkward, right? Like, we have a good turn 7, but... He has a lot of cards because he's just left so much in hand. A lot of ping value and just random value. Primordial Glyph Conocold is unusual too. You don't expect to see that. I'm a little scared. Like, we need to win the game. This is a lot of damage, thankfully, but we don't have a lot else pressuring on board. That's a fairly slow play. We might just be able to ignore that and just go face. Like, just hammer him. I think he trades here. We play the 7-drop and just go for it, right? We can do 5, 6, we can do 10 damage. I guess I have to make this trade, right? But otherwise we just go face.
For justice.
He's on a super tight clock right now. We can get through a taunt if we need to. Hopefully he doesn't just flame strike me, because that would really hurt. Like, really, really hurt. I played a little token druid without living mana, and the inability to refill really hurts. Yeah, I think you have to reshape the deck a little bit if you don't have living mana to just have a little bit more mid-game. Since you can't refill, you need to have a little bit more stabilization tools, I think. But still, it's playable. I mean, I did it in my budget deck. I was winning games at rank 5 with my budget token druid that was missing more than just living mana, right? So it's something you can do. It's a challenge. I played a troll in World of Warcraft. Night Elves are better. I have to agree. I play Horde in WoW, but I kind of like the Alliance races a little better myself. I'd like to be a dwarf, for instance, if I could. Is this lethal? 7, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Cool. Hope I did that math right. Yeah, I did. Yay. Alright, 9 and 2. It's my best, tied for my best Un'Goro Arena run so far. We're finally getting some wins up there. Let's try. Let's see if we can get to 10, boys. 12 is on the horizon still. I don't even think this deck's that good. But we're somehow squeezing together wins, which I like. Bless My Packs says Tiny Fanny really wants an Elise Trailblazer. Well, I can't make requests that specific. I can't ensure that you're going to get an Elise. But I can bless your packs. So your packs have hereby been blessed. You got the beard for a dwarf, Regis. Well, maybe not. Crescio says my beard has to be bigger if I want to be a dwarf. There's also the problem that I'm 6'3", so my height is not exactly befitting the height of a dwarf either. So that's the second issue. Alright, we'll keep the 3-drop just so we have some semblance of an early game. Since we do have the coin too, we can work with it. Wonky hand. Slow stuff here. Really need... I think this is going to be a fast paladin. More than a control paladin. We'll see. I don't know why I think that. I just have a feeling. Just have a feeling. Have you ever had a 12-0 arena run? I actually don't think I have, Carol. I think I've only ever had 12-1s. I've had a lot of 12-1 arena runs, but I don't think I've ever hit 12-0. I think there's always been at least one loss, as far as I can remember. I don't play arena like religiously, right? Like there's, you know, it's not my primary game mode, but I've played a lot of arena in the past. That's probably the best target actually, because it's what I want to play next turn. This is a pretty weak 2-drop to have in a deck at 9 wins, by the way. That's scary. Oh, take the even trade. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. All he did is hero power adapt. That's totally okay. Like I said, this is still a fine play. We could even Blessing of Kings this. Like, oh, I think I will. It's a good, clean clear here. We're going all in on this creeper. Just don't have Alvor Peacekeeper or Equality. That's all I ask of you, good sir. Oh no! We can actually kill that just fine. Thank you, Bomb Squad, for being a card. And we'll just go face. I obviously want to clear against Paladin, but I can't clear 6 into 1. That's too much. We can Spike Ridge Steed the Bomb Squad, maybe? Ooh. We'll just freeze that also is fine. We'll clear one of these. And we might have close to lethal next turn. That's 11 plus 2 is 13 plus 4 is 17. We could go for lethal maybe. Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker. Oh, shit. That is not a Spellbreaker, guys. I think I have to Spike Ridged again. This goes to 8, and these are 7. So we're left with, what, a 4 health guy? This is hilarious, by the way. We have a 10-8. Or 10-4, I mean. We could still lose, though. Like, these are... It's good to have one of these, but 2 of them's kind of iffy. Does he have a clear here? Primordial Drake's pretty good. Sacrifices his own dude, but he doesn't mind at this point. I think he'll go ahead and Vine Cleave it just to kill it over 2 turns. Probably he might attack back, but we can still kill it over 2 turns. Why would you draft Murloc Tide Hunter? Because it's actually a... Well, first off, that's not a card. Bilefin Tide Hunter is a good card. Or do you actually mean Murloc Tide Hunter? Because that's a card, right? I guess it is a card. I thought you meant this card, but... Consecration. They're both good cards in Arena regardless. Both of the Murlocs. The Tide Hunter and the Bilefin and the Murloc are both great Arena cards. Now that was a sick play. Wow. The Hosen kind of wrecks me a little bit. Jeez. This gives me a free attack again though, thankfully. The Illusionist here. Palimir, who has the most Tyrians. This is going to be a tough game to win. We have some good cards, but he has just as many in hand, so it's really the next turn or two that are going to decide this game, I think. Oh, this card has been my bane in this run. Jeez, dude. I'm sure there's a good way to use this, but I don't yet know what it is. I think on the Sunwalker trade, use the dude, trade... This gives him a coin, but at this point in the game, right, coins don't really matter that much usually. Because, you know, he's not going to need the spare mana because he only has 2 cards. So I'm frankly kind of okay to give that thing like 75 coins. I don't even care. That's actually pretty good. We got to do this in the way so that we don't... summon too many minions here. Because I do want to play the Nesting Rock still. What am I at? I'm at 6 minions, so I do have enough space. So only exactly Equality Consecration beats me here in this situation ever. Otherwise, I think we just win the game. Normal Consecration is actually fairly good. Neither of which he has, I don't think, though, or he wouldn't be making that trade. What's that arrow bugged out for? It's weird. We have a lot of damage in hand here, though, and a lot of damage on board. I think we're in a good spot. Coin to Paladin late in the game probably isn't too dangerous. That's right. Like, there's just not enough cards to use the coin that successfully. Hey Regis, can you bless my packs after your arena run? Hunting Lyra for my Silence Priest. I can bless them now, Solaris46. So your packs have hereby been blessed. Oh, that's so good. How many Primordial Drakes does this guy have? God. I'm getting sick of it, dude. Ugh. Don't have a great way to kill that. I have to try here, though. I mean, we're going to kill it. We're not going to try to kill it. We're going to kill it. It's just... We have to go for this line. Hey, Regis, I disenchant normal cards and keep my golden ones. Oh, that's tough. That's a strategy. Alright, that's a weak line. That's a weak line. That's all too weak. He's gonna get coin value. It happened. We talked about it, and then it happened. Great news. Is Equality lethal at all? You have 11? No, but is it a really, really good clear? We can send the 3 in here. We can send 1/1. Weapon that. I think we just go ahead and go for the Equality here. He gives me a full clear and gives me 7 damage to face. These things don't matter for Equality, which is funny. Or not 7 to face yet, but a lot to face nonetheless.
Thank you. The battle for justice.
How wide do I want to go? I guess I can play that because it's a little bit resilient against AoE. Like Consecration top deck, Primordial Drake top deck, we still get some minions back. But if that happens, I'm going to be incredibly frustrated because he's already hit like some huge Primordial Drakes. Gluttonous Ooze is actually really good.
Reporting for duty.
That's actually a really good play. And this is a terrible top deck for me. We don't have lethal at all, right? 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. We would have had it if not for the ooze. God. We'll clear what we can. Play more dudes. Again, we leave this alive to preserve the death rattle effect so that some minions survive, right? The ooze was... That's the card that kept him alive. Now he's going to Primordial Drake and I'll lose. Just watch it. Wait and see. What a good draw that was. It's just a sick draw.
Well played. The victory.
Oh, thank God. We dodged it. Woo. Woo. Get oozed, bitch, says Snufflebuns. I've had to pee so bad this entire run. And I was like, I'll pee when it's over. I'll pee when it's over. I'll get like 5 wins. It's totally fine. I still haven't. It's still going. It's a 10 and 2, so I'm like dying over here. But now I'm thinking like having to pee is making me play better. So I'm like, I gotta keep going, you know? Regis, I have the coolest idea for a deck. So I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And there are anti-meta decks to stop the meta. I was thinking, what if you start a deck off with a couple of Eater of Secrets, Galactica Crawler, Hungry Crab, Flare, the Black Knight, etc. So all tech cards. A deck that is only tech cards. I think that would fail because against Paladin I kind of like the Egg Napper because they don't have a ping. They do have little dudes, but if they're playing little dudes on 2, that's fine. The other ones I can save for later, trying to... I was going to say trying to hit low-cost cards in this mulligan, because we really... At 10 and 2, you kind of have to get off to good starts, I think. You can't kind of barely get by, although we kind of doomed ourselves, but you got to play for those really good curves. That helps a little bit. It's just at least a 3-4.
Hello.
Hitting a 2-drop would be nice. This guy's got to play super fast, I bet. Like, we're getting to the oh, that's good news. We're getting to the point where everything is just absurd at 10 wins, right? Like, everybody's deck is crazy. And I don't actually feel like my deck is crazy. I kind of think we've just barely scraped by. So, I don't think we're going to get to 10, but we'll see. Finish what you said about the tech deck. Oh, I think the risk with tech decks, right, is that it's a cool idea. I think it's funny. It's awesome, clever, but the whole point of tech cards is to not sacrifice the entire integrity of your deck. So you run 1 or 2 to beat very specific things, right, that are in the meta. But if you run like 7 or 8, you're basically you have no actual deck, and it's all answers but no proactive things. And so basically only a third of the tech cards are good in any given matchup, and the other 2/3 of your deck are junk. So it's just sacrificing too much. I don't even have a turn 5 play. I have to get something playable here. It's actually not bad. I think the Tar Creeper is the best average value card. But where are the Tyrians and stuff, guys? Like, come on. We'll try to hit this. It's probably Noble Sack. Oh, it's not Noble Sack. It's Getaway Kodo on a Yeti. That's fine. Whatever. So somehow I'm actually in this game despite the weird hand. Oh my god. This card is everywhere today. Play the biggest thing and hopefully kill it next turn. I don't know. It's not likely, but we'll try. Regis Peeben is now following you. Thanks, Regis Peeben, for the follow, dude. Much love, Regis Peeben. Oh, can we win this game or not, guys? I don't know. It's not so bad. We can still just trade in here. Trade in there. Actually, Corrupted Seer might not be terrible here, too. I think I'll just go for it. It gives me the board completely. Makes Spike Ridged fairly bad. Hurts my guy too, but he's not doing much anyway, right? If he lives and gets to attack again, that's awesome. But I'm not really counting on it at this point. Hammer of Wrath? Yeah, cool. Hammer of Wrath to 2-3. That is intriguing. Because this is still alive. I can heal this and stuff. Like, there's ways for me to utilize this card right now. I think we'll just clear that and develop some dudes. Makes Nesting Rock better on a future turn. Regis Peeban might be the reincarnation of Regis Healbin. Who knows? Always that card, huh? Always.
For justice.
I think I go ahead and attack. I don't think we're likely to see another Hosen healer. This just gets the 1/1s out and lines up this trade that probably had to happen anyway, right? So. I am so sick of these glyphs, dude. Or these drakes. Called it glyph. Dang it. So sick of these drakes, man. Every game. Drakes, drakes, drakes. Always, everywhere. I think Nesting Rock into Stormwind Knight looks pretty good. I can get a full clear that way. Don't have to play around Meteor, but I suppose we will anyway. Oh! What? I was not expecting that. I did not think we had stabilized. Oh no! It's final boss time. Oh my god, I can't believe I got to 11 wins with this deck. I didn't think it was that good. We've had way better decks that have done far worse. Huh. Hey, Cresho. Can you try Burst OTK Shaman after Arena and Casual? Guys, I hate to report this, but I think after this run, I'm actually going to have to go. I had planned to stream for another hour, but I've been getting some messages over the last 10 minutes. I got to handle something for my real job. I know it's a Saturday, but sometimes I got to take care of pseudo-emergency stuff. So I think I'm going to have to call it quits. I wanted to stream more. Believe me, I really, really did, but I think this might be my last game. I kind of need to handle this thing before it gets out of hand. So I'm going to have to... I think I'm going to have to call it quits here. If this game ever loads, do not tell me I'm going to disconnect on my 12-win game. Whew. Whew. So, I hate to report it. We'll miss you. I know, guys. I mean, I've streamed for 2 hours already. It's not like it's a terribly short stream. It's too short, but it's not like brokenly short. But I'm, oh my god. Priest. Oh no. You know a priest at this point is going to be scary. You know he's got like 7 Cabal Talon priests, 4 mind controls. Like, this is going to be bad. We got to beat this guy before mind control hits. And we need to get up fast to beat the Cabal Talon priests too. I honestly wish I could coin 2 into a 2 because I'm afraid this is going to be too slow. That's a good answer to Talon priest buffs, but man, I'm scared, guys. I'm so scared. It's a good sign that he didn't have anything, and I think we can just Egg Napper on 3 as well. I prefer the stats to the taunt of Tar Creeper, I think. The attack value. Oh, you know his deck is crazy, though. I'm so scared. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Let's just push this guy over. Let's just win the game. Play something I can silence to get this guy out on curve. I'll probably do it anyway because I want to play on curve and get stats on the board, but make it valuable for me at least. Play a Harvest Golem. Go on, Regis. Good luck, buddy. Bless yourself for this run. Doesn't work that way. Can only give blessings outwardly. Oh, perfect! It's perfect! It's exactly what I wanted. I don't have a good turn 5 play, unfortunately. I'm a little bit susceptible to, like, Holy Nova, but he already coined, so... If he does play something I can trade into, I'll definitely trade in more of these small guys. Probably play the Tar Creeper. Okay. 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 Doing it that way, right, because 3 health is not... particularly bad against a priest, but in any way, he can Shadow Word Death it, but that takes so much of his turn. I can double 3-drop. This is the first time I've witnessed 11 wins. Yeah, it's been a while for me, to tell you the truth. That's annoying, but not game-ending. We have 10, 13 damage. We could, oh man, we're so close with the Vine Cleaver. Let's see what we get off the Stone Hill here. I can play this before he gets Mind Control out, so Tyrion is pretty good. I think we'll just go ahead and make the trade here and go face and play the Tar Creeper. Actually, maybe Hydrologist a little bit better. Are any of these good now? Like, Redemption's pretty exciting with Tyrion. I guess maybe I can save that line and just not play it yet. That kind of, if I don't win the game via just raw aggression right now, that could be another path to victory. But if he doesn't clear my board, which he might with Dragonfire or whatever, right? There's ways to clear the board. That's why I didn't want to play the Tar Creeper out. I could play the Hydrologist for the same mana cost, basically, and accomplish kind of the same thing. Vine Cleaver... Hydrologist trade gives me 8 damage to face. Alternatively, we could just Bilefin trade Vine Cleaver to clear. This goes down to 1 health, but it dies, but it lives, and we have a taunt up. But I just developed so many more dudes. But clearly he would have already board cleared if he could have. So I think I like the idea of developing this Vine Cleaver for a lot of damage in future turns here. And we'll take as much off the board here as we can. Just need to dodge a board clear and we win. Obviously, we have so much damage. Holy Nova's very good, though, because we put this down to 1 instead of 3. Oh, he top-decked it! No! So we'll just go ahead and play the Tyrion, even though the Redemption's not up here. It's just so much damage. And Shadow Word Death gives me a weapon that gives me close to lethal, probably. It gives me 7, he has 8, and the Stormwind is plus damage as well, so we'll see. Forbidden Shaping's too slow. That's game. We did it! 12 wins, boys! I can finally pee! Nice! Huh, cool. I wish I had the first game on video. I skipped the first game of the draft. I drafted this on my own. But yeah, hype, guys. That's my first... oh no, my second 12 win, I think, in either video or stream. So, 330 gold. Golden common. Not that exciting. But let's see if the pack rewards us too. We did it, Reddit. That's a pretty good pack, actually, isn't it? Golden rare. That's a pretty good pack. And there you have it. That was my 12-win Paladin Arena run. I really didn't think that deck had 12 wins in it. Basically, at no point in the entire run did I think we were going to get to 12 wins. Not even when we queued up for that final game, but it's always nice when you do pull those out. So, if you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions about this deck or the way I played it, I'd be happy to see all those thoughts in the comments below. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, game on.